Ladies and gentlemen, 2K wins again. 2K wins again. Your voice was not enough. The handful of content creators we had to speak out for maybe about a couple days to a week, it wasn't enough. 2K wins. You guys, the community is not capable of making a change for the game that they know and love. It's not enough. It's not enough. All jokes aside, obviously we all know that 2K rollout, it's coming. They're showing the gameplay. They posted the cover of the game, which is a whole thing in of itself. Apparently some guy posted it on Twitter and they completely stole the idea and just added some neon colors to it so that's a whole nother thing. They did a little video showing what was it, like the 2K Mart or something. People were seeing things in the video, trying to come up with a conclusion as to what certain things meant. For example, they had like a left-right cheese thing that they said wasn't going to be in the game anymore. People are doing their little think pieces and all this stuff. So what does all of this mean? Let me tell you what it means. First of all, it means that 2K is not changing. They're not changing anything about this game. They ain't changing the VC prices. They ain't changing nothing. They're not changing anything. They're going to take out cheating, possibly. They're possibly going to do something. There is something in my eye. They're possibly going to do something about cheating, which I hope they do. I would hope you would try to get cheaters out of your game. I hope you care about it enough to get cheaters out of your game. But what we learned from these last few days of people talking about, or not even few days, maybe like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks, really wasn't even a long time. So as much as I hate to say this, and as much as I don't want to embarrass anybody or make anyone feel like, the attempt to come together and make a change completely flatlined. Complete failure. This time around, it was a complete failure. Nothing came from it. 2K is not listening to what people were saying, because Joe Knows even said it himself. He said that he asked a lot of 2K content creators what they think needs to change about the game, and all of the ones that did respond, he said a lot of them didn't even respond, which is very telling in of itself. But he said the ones that did respond, their answers were so far apart from each other that he couldn't even come to a conclusive. There was no answer of like, okay, at least we're all on the same page here. Everybody in this community is just, they're everywhere. What that tells me is that my first video aged like wine. If it was actually the game itself that was the crux of the issue, people would know that. They'd be able to pinpoint exactly what's wrong with the game. Like, for example, I don't know, just to throw an example out there, NBA Live. Everybody collectively said NBA Live's controls were too stiff. It didn't really feel like you were controlling the player. That was the issue with the game itself, and everyone knew that. No one knows what's wrong with 2K. No one can come to nobody can come together and say, okay, this is what's wrong with 2K and this is what needs to be fixed. Everybody thinks it's something different. And that's why in my first video, I said the community is the issue. The community doesn't actually know what's wrong with 2K because it's them. They're the problem. They don't think they're the problem. It's never even crossed their mind that they would be the issue. So they have no actual idea of what needs to be fixed about the game. So what are they going to do? They're just going to buy it again and go through the same exact stuff as last year. It's going to be the same thing. People are making wish lists, lower VC prices, lower this, lower that, yada, yada, yada. It's not going to happen. 2K is not going to do it. You know why? One, because there's just simply, if you've been on the internet, I just kicked my desk. If you've been on the internet and kind of in the 2K space the last couple of weeks, you can see There is not enough people standing 10 toes on the decision to not spend an X amount of money on this game or to not get it at all. There's not enough people for any type of change to happen. It's just not going to happen. There's not enough people on board. Too many people simply don't care. They get 2K for other reasons and they don't even buy VC anyway, so they don't care. Now we got people finger pointing. We got people playing the blame game now. We got the My Career community saying, oh, it's not the My Career community, it's the My Team community. They're the whales spending all the money on the game, which may be true, but My Career does spend a lot of money on the game. The My Career community spends a lot of money because they want to get these $25,000, $30,000 t-shirts and jerseys and these 25,000 VC pants. I said dollar, I meant VC. They want to get these expensive clothes whenever they get a level upgrade rather than grinding the VC to get that upgrade. They just buy it, $5, $10, down the drain, just like that. Something new comes out that they want. Another $20 for 75K to go get that outfit real quick. At the end of the day, it is a collective thing. And Joe Knows even called it. He specifically said in his first video about it that the 2K community might not even be capable of coming together and making a change. And the 2K community has proven him right. Proved him completely right. They're not capable of coming together and making a change for the game that they allegedly love. At what point, what is there to even really say? What is there even to really say? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the game, but I'm not buying no VC. If I have a gift card, then I will show you guys me using that gift card and getting VC with that. I think I may have like a $3 or $5 gift card, maybe. I will get that. I will use that to upgrade one attribute that I think is pretty important, and then I will grind my VC that way. And I'm going to document it. I'm going to make it a little YouTube series of me documenting the journey from being able to go online. And then when I'm finally able to go online and compete and actually put up a decent stat line, that's when it's going to end. I'm going to do it because I'm tired of people saying that 2K is not playable unless you buy VC, because that is a very subjective opinion. It's a very subjective opinion. It's not a matter of a fact at all. And if it is a matter of a fact, it's only because of the community itself. 2K understands that the community has no attention span, and that if they're spending any longer than a couple hours grinding, that they're bored of the game, and now it's trash, it's unplayable. 2K knows you guys are like that. So they're like, okay, all right, let's take advantage of it. Might as well is putting money in our pockets. We making a bill plus every year. Might as well keep doing it. They letting us do it. Then somebody tried to come out and speak against it, and y'all clowning them. Every year y'all complaining how y'all don't like 2K or how y'all don't like this, don't like that. Then when someone actually speaks out, y'all clowning them. Be serious. Be serious. And then y'all sitting here talking about you want a port for the older 2Ks. Boy, nostalgia that's going to be a whole different video about gaming culture and nostalgia and all that. Y'all stay tuned for that. That's going to be a whole different video. But until then, that's all I really got to say. Like I said, I'm going to still get the game, but I'm not buying no VC. And I'm going to show y'all that you ain't got to buy no VC. They win. They basically showed y'all that everything you tried to say in the last like week or two is not enough. Now, maybe that did put a foot in the door for next year, but I doubt it. I doubt it. And I think that's simply because that the game itself is actually not that bad. The problem is the community, the way they play the game, the way they approach the game. That's the problem with 2K. Not the game itself, the community. Food for thought. But hey, man, I'm out of here. Bye.
This ain't his shit, Mike Tyson. We got paid, we out Tyson. Swim that bad little dread box. Rap like a little dread body. Day on day, they sweat bad. I'm on point, can't take my shit. Bitch, I'm happy, you not big. You all lose, bet, duck your bit.